Bolana, do you mind if I interview you? Why? A mercenary's perspective could add a whole new angle to my work that I never considered before. Fine, what do you want to know? Have you ever been hired to investigate mysterious phenomena? Many times. There's usually a logical explanation, however. Usually? Then there are other times when you haven't found one? Yes. Tell me about them. There was a time when the village hired me to take out a band of monsters that kept attacking at night. What happened? Night came and the monsters attacked. I fought them and then tracked them back to their lair, but when I got there... Yes? The monsters disappeared. The lair was empty, as though nothing lived there at all. Ooh. Mage's lair confirmed traces of a powerful energy, but they couldn't determine what had happened. This is exactly the sort of story I need. Thank you so much. Anytime. Actually, my mistake. Verdant Plains was already unlocked on the map all along. Though this does seem to lead to they did say something about an Orient forest. I wonder if we'll get to visit that place soon. How big is this Verdant Plain? Okay, which direction is Clearbell Village? We'll need to head east from here. Don't expect to find the village, though. Remember, it's burned to the ground. Look for ruined buildings. Understood. Wow, the air is so clear here. I love the Verdant Plain. Sometimes I come here just to take a walk. Seems like a great place for that. Yes, fresh air, chirping birds, and the ruins of a destroyed village. Perfect place for a walk. Way to kill the mood. The destroyed village already did that. I suppose you have a point, but you know, when I come here, I like to think the people from Clearbell are watching over me. Really? Yes, they're saying, thank you for ensuring this area's beauty is not forgotten. I'd like to think they'd be happy. Huh, maybe they would. Okay, that's actually kind of creepy. The heck? Are there monsters nearby or not? And there seems to be 2 world map exits. What is up with that? No, there are monsters here. They're just a little far away. But what's with this giant freaking map? How am I supposed to find anything? Regeneration armor. Whoa. They're strong. The heck is that thing? Why is it by itself? Look, it looks like we found our target. Be careful, everyone. Let's show this king what we're made of. Whoa. Ow. There, the reign of the Lizard King has ended. I wonder how it grew so large without anyone noticing until now. Does it really matter? No, I suppose it does not. Well, since it was by itself, it wasn't too bad, but it's when they group together that things get sticky. Zaneth's ring? What? Oh, this is an all-around attack boost, huh? Nice. Look at all that water. Yes, this lake is quite beautiful. You should see it in the wintertime when it's all frozen over. That sounds incredible. The water looks pretty good now, too. Ooh, I have an idea. I hope you aren't about to suggest we go swimming. The two of us could always go swimming without you, you know. We should have a picnic. A picnic? There's nothing more relaxing than a lakeside picnic. Do you forget why we're here? Well, no, but we'll need to eat eventually. That can wait until after we're finished. Do I have your promise on that? You'll have a picnic with me once all of this is over. Fine. Okay, you too, Celeste. It should be fun. The heck? Sounds like it's gonna be a trap here. This looks like the spot Instructor Katrina described. Yes, let's start digging. Oh, yo, I don't really think this area is haunted, do you? I hope so. What? It would be so exciting to encounter a real ghost. Personally, I doubt we'll ever find a legendary sword, let alone a ghost. Well, here goes nothing. I found it. There's a sword buried here. Here, help me get it out. Ooh, it looks old. It might be worth something. Let's take this back to Instructor Katrina. Potent elixir. I was thinking there'd be a boss fight. Did either of you hear something? Like what? Like a voice whispering right beside your ear. That was the wind. Are you sure? What else would it be? A ghost. Is this because of the rumor about the lakeside being haunted? Yeah. That's absurd. Besides, we didn't see anything there. But what if it's actually the sword? Maybe we're carrying around the haunted sword. There's no such thing as a haunted sword. Luana's right. Really? Yes, the correct term is possessed. A sword can be possessed. Or cursed. Okay, let's take the sword back to Instructor Katrina as soon as possible. It doesn't seem to have any effect on gameplay, though, does it? It better not. It would suck if I started, like, just dying to everything because of this sword. Heh. Full healing potion. Antique armor. Hey, a yellow chest. A red chest. Oh. Lots of gold. Okay. Yumi bow. Nice. Very, very powerful. Amazing cake. Oh, permanent affinity. Okay, don't head to the ruins yet. Rosemary. I see something interesting there. Was there another quest I was not aware of? What's this? It looks like an old piece of paper. Great. Let me see that. Here. Oh wow, this is ancient. I can't read a word of it though. Oh my, What's gotten into you? It's written in the language used by the Acclaim. What? Very few fragments of Acclaim text have been found. To think that we'd find one here. If you recognize the language, does that mean you can read it? My skills are rudimentary, but I'll try. Ahem. Izuria, those Oathbreakers have destroyed the peace between us and started an unjust war. We will not be defeated. We will never give in. We will do whatever it takes. What was that? Apparently the Izurians started a war with the Acclaim. A war? I've never heard of this ancient war before. I wonder if Corrine knows anything about this. Scroll of Judgment. Mysterious ring. A very powerful one. You got a lot of upgrading to do, huh? Almost a shame they didn't put a save point up here. Look, we can actually see the quest objective. That's a really small village if it could all be contained into one freaking house. This is it. It is? Yes, there was a village here once until it was destroyed. Could Eldareth's magic have caused something like this? You think he did it as a child? Either that or he came into contact with that strange magic because of it. I don't know. What about the artifacts? Could he be drawing magic from the artifacts somehow? Possibly, but it's all still conjecture. The thought of Eldareth hoarding artifacts is now more alarming than ever. What's he trying to do? I doubt we'll find any clues left here. I don't know what I expected to find. Well, this is a surprise. Ah! No one ever speaks about Clearbell anymore. How strange to find the three of you standing in its ashes. What are you doing here? Am I not allowed to visit my own home? It really is him then. I came here to remember, and to make certain promises to the dead. But who are you, and why do you act like you know me? Oh yes, you must be the ones Killia spoke of. A squire from the Ashen Order, the mage Yvonne was watching, and a mercenary. For your sake, I suggest you stop interfering with our plans. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. Why? Killia stole an artifact from me as the Ashen Order's duty to reclaim Acclaim artifacts. He attacked my best friend in Elshire. The young knight? I see. Did he survive? Yes, no thanks to you. I let him live. That's more than you can say for most of my associates. And that makes it okay? He was in my way. I had to stop him. Do you even know what you're doing? Carrying around an artifact like that in your bare hands is dangerous. I know exactly what I'm doing. Please, you have to listen to us. I don't know what you're trying to do, but I do know that Acclaim's magic is far stronger than anything we can handle. Exactly. The power of ancient Acclaim artifacts will make everything right. What? Do you know what happened here? It was a tragedy, a nightmare, and it was deliberate. So he was a survivor and not the perpetrator. Someone attacked us. They killed everyone I loved. It was sheer luck that they missed me. That's horrible. Our village leader had been studying one of Acclaim's artifacts. These people came for it. Taking it for themselves was all they cared about. Isn't that the same as what you're doing now? No, I'm making sure something like this never happens again. Huh? I was helpless back then. I needed more power, so I vowed to do whatever it took to become strong. Ah. What's wrong with Villana? She's staring at Eldareth like she saw a ghost. Now I'm finally close to making things right. Making things right? You're responsible for even more tragedies. How is this even close to making things right? I don't expect you to understand. We won't let you go through with this. You're making a terrible mistake. No, you are. Acclaim artifacts don't just make monsters go berserk. They affect humans too. I don't think you understand how much danger you're putting yourself in. That's... Are you sure your insistence that you find more artifacts isn't because the artifacts themselves are influencing you? Influencing me? Think back to the vow you made. Is this really what you had in mind? Please stand down. Let the Ashen Order take the artifacts so they can be safely contained. Wherever you're planning to... It's not worth it. No. No, I can't stop now. I'd rather not fight here, but at least I have the magic to protect what remains of my home. If you insist on standing in my way, then you'll die here. Aw, shit. Damn, this guy's strong. Ah. He teleports so much that I can't get a hit in on him. Ow. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. If I survive, I don't... This guy's the main villain and... Oh man, I need to... I'm gonna have to use items here. This is insanely hard. Ah. These tornadoes. And the camera's just going all over the place because of this guy. Tornadoes. The bane of my existence. Just better to run away from them. Huh. What does it take to stop this guy? And now it's time to finish this. Oh no, what are we going to do? Sir! What is it? Everything is ready, sir. Our preparations can begin. At last. I don't have time to deal with you now. It's not even necessary anymore. How lucky for you. What are you talking about? I only used my basic items so far. Stop. The only us isn't necessary anymore, and whatever his plan is, he's going to do it soon. He must have gotten his power from the artifact. It's the only thing that makes sense. And they're definitely corrupting him. This guy who is apparently an academy dropout can now take all of us on at once, huh? However noble his intentions were at first, I'm not sure at all he's still in control of himself. Mageborn Shadow. Looks like he's heading toward the Orient Tundra. We need to find a way to get past that barrier. You're right, I think it's time we checked in with the Ashen Order. We should tell them what we learned too. And what's that lying in the ruins? I don't remember seeing it before. Eldareth must have dropped it. What the heck are these things? These trails. Whatever, grabbing... Huh? Did Eldareth drop this? We'd better take a look. It might be important. It looks like some sort of memo he wrote to himself. He has surprisingly neat handwriting. What does it say? It appears to be another plane adjacent to ours, a place filled with power. Perhaps the Acclaim's power? Could a powerful mage pierce the veil and reach it? Ominous. And then at the end he wrote, is this the blessing we've been seeking, or is it a curse? Even more ominous. Power, is this related to his magic? You know a lot about the Acclaim. Does this mean anything to you? I'm afraid not. I wonder if Corrine would know. If not, Malachi might have some insight. Oh, I want to jump on top. Yes, I did it. I'm going to take a selfie in front of Eldareth's destroyed village. Wait, this one would have been a better one to selfie. No, this pillar. Oh, okay, now I can take a selfie of myself and Eldareth's destroyed village. Yeah, that would be a pretty crazy Steam achievement if it were to detect you taking a screenshot in Eldareth's village, huh? Okay, let's try exiting through this one. This non-standard exit. Not that it matters. Man, we sure did a lot of quests in that one dungeon. Neil? I never expected to see you in Ancora. I saw everything there was to see in Veritas, the Academy, the Enchanter's Hall, the many schools and libraries. At last I decided it was time to move on. To a little fishing port? I cannot wait to delve into Ancora's history and learn more about it. Perhaps the fishermen will even let me try their hand at their trade. For his sake, I hope he doesn't meet Grady first. This town is a treasure trove of wonders just waiting to be discovered. I simply cannot wait to begin planning out my stay in Ancora. It's been a long time since we've had a guest from so far away. This is an inn, you must get guests all the time. Usually only people from Veritas or the surrounding regions, though. Like me. Yes, of course. Ancora is still a small area, I guess it doesn't get many visitors. Nevertheless, this is an inn, so we're always ready to welcome everyone. Stay and relax for a while, everyone needs to take a break sometimes. Do you remember that sensor you set up in the Castner Caves? Yeah, it was to gather data because of an earthquake, right? Right, the Academy contacted us about it once it finally gathered enough data. And? Turns out the tremors were completely natural. Was it just a coincidence they occurred around the same time the Acclaim artifact appeared in Ornwood? Actually, they said the earthquake probably dislodged the buried artifact and brought it to the surface. Right, I see. Come to think of it, that's similar to what happened in Elshire. It makes sense. Something needs to happen to uncover the artifacts. So putting the sensor in the cave was a complete waste of our time. Knowing that they were natural is still valuable information. That's not a waste of time. I'm just happy it's nothing for us to worry about. I guess it did all work out for the best. Things are pretty quiet here in Ancora. Children these days have no patience. I want to be a hero when I grow up, just like you and your friends. Hey, I just wanted to apologize. For what? Not to you, to Valana. I misjudged you from the start. Because you were a mercenary, I figured you'd drop Celeste as soon as you saw a benefit in it. Understandable. Now I say I was wrong. You've actually become friends. That's right. So, I'm sorry. Apology accepted. And if you ever need help with anything, I'll help you as readily as I'd help Celeste. I'll keep that in mind. I'll support you no matter what. I believe in you, Celeste. So you sold that statue defeated... Oh, come on, I already did that. Business has really changed for better since I met you, thanks. Hope you're keeping your schedule open. Look, I actually have something really important to take care of. What could possibly be more important than our business dealings? A mission for the Ashen Order. Some people have no sense of priorities. Yeah, that person would be you. If you think someone would have lost another valuable treasure by now. Now I'm starting to regret choosing him over Claire. Am I awake or is this a dream? I don't think this is a dream. Well, B, miracles do exist. What happened? Morgan actually caught a fish this morning. That's great. No wonder you thought you were dreaming. It must be due to my expert teaching. I'm happy things were working out. This is starting to sound like we're at the end of the game. Have things settled down in Ancora now? Yep, there's been a world of difference since you first showed up. Maybe I shouldn't have judged the Ashen Order so harshly. I'm glad I was able to change your mind. But don't think that means you can get sloppy now. I'm watching you. Right. At least we've made a little progress. Don't stand around here gawking. Ever since I started working with Grady, things have been so much better. I actually feel like a fisherman. Heh, good. Thank you for everything. I'm going to catch a big one today. I can feel it. If only I was brave enough. She looks pretty distracted. I'll leave her be. Sounds like a quest. Okay, so, I guess I have to return to Zacharias later. Yeah. Is it just me or is there something strange in the air, like a storm is coming? Good luck out there. The people of Veritas are rooting for you. Huh? Annette, what are you doing here? Weren't you just in Ancora? After everything you did to help me, I decided it's finally time to face my fears. I can't spend my whole life being afraid of the world. That's right. So I got on the ship at the harbor and here I am. I'm proud of you. Veritas is a beautiful city. You'll love it here. It's a little big. I think I'll start by getting used to it right here. Oh boy. It might take her a while to adjust, but this is still a huge move for her. It does feel good to be out of Ancora for a change. I don't really see anything new here. Yeah, same stuff. You know, you're a good friend. Thanks? I'm sorry we haven't gotten to talk a lot lately. That's okay. After all, you've been busy with your research and stuff. Let's get together soon to talk, okay? Will you have time? Yes, I should have more time to myself very soon. And I'll be looking forward to it. Bring your friends. We'll be there. I suppose that's fine. Heh, sounds like a plan. Someday I'll be known as the best enchanter in Veritas. You just wait. Somehow it feels like everything is about to change. The cultural scene in Veritas is really starting to come to life. I've been meaning to talk to you. Me? When you were skulking around here the other day, I know you weren't window shopping. Uh-oh. You were spying, weren't you? Well, someone's in trouble. And I bet I know why. It's that vendor over in Ancora, the one called Claire. She put you up to it. How do you know this much? How do you know that? I asked around and heard you're friends with her. She didn't mean anything by it. She just wanted ideas for how to boost her sales. Then why not come to me for advice? That's a good question. If she really wants to boost her business, we could work together, become business partners, you know? You'd form a partnership with Claire? Why not? Could boost my sales too. I'll go talk to her about it. I'm sure she'll be interested. Talk to the other vendor yet? No, not yet. My offer is still open. I can't believe I burned my homework again. My teachers are never going to believe me. Oh good, I was hoping to talk to you. What is it? I have a translation for that Azurian document you found. Really? What does it say? Ahem, the prophecies point to a great war in our future, and if we do not act against our fate now, we will all perish. Starting off on a cheery note, I see. We will not perish in such an inglorious way. Our army is strong. We will destroy our enemies before they destroy us. Like a preemptive strike? I'm afraid that's all that was legible. Don't tell me, they used the artifacts and planted them in enemy territory to make the monsters more aggressive. Sounds like Azuria had troubles back in the day. This is huge. Yes, there were no surviving records of this until now. Our Azurian researchers are already working on new papers. Thank you for getting it translated for us. I should thank you for bringing it to our attention. This is the sort of thing Corrine might be interested in too. If the Academy can assist the Ashen Order in any way, our resources are available to you. Yes, a lot of stuff to turn in. Mysterious ring, but I already found one in the plains. Another one would certainly help me. Do you have a minute? Sure, what's up? Victor, the equipment vendor in Veritas, realized we were spying on his shop. What? Don't worry, he's not mad. Actually, he wants to become your business partner. What? Why didn't you say so from the start? Are you sure? Yes, he thinks it could boost both of your sales if you work together. I'm up for that. Let him know I'll head over to Veritas as soon as I can so we can work out the details. Alright. And thanks, I never could have come this far on my own. Oh, don't mention it. We spoke to Claire and she'd be happy to meet with you. Good, it makes sense to work together. She'll be coming to Veritas as soon as she has time. Glad to hear it. Thanks for helping us to work this out. No problem. Do I look like a chatting type? What the heck, we suddenly got a skit. Are you okay? Yes, I just keep thinking about Xanath. It's pretty crazy that he's your ancestor. It is, but I'm starting to get used to it. That's good. Can we stop at the academy when we have time? I wrote home about Xanath and I should have a reply by now. Sure, no problem. A quest. We'll wait here while you check your mail. Thanks. Your family might have information about Xanath that no one else knows. Nothing? No, considering when I wrote home, I would have expected a reply by now. You look troubled. Is there anything I can help you with? Oh, Instructor Farham. I'm waiting for a letter from home, that's all. Come to think of it, the Academy hasn't received any mail in quite a while. You think something happened? I don't know. You might check in with the city's sentry since they know if the mail caravan has arrived or not. Thank you. Excuse me, but has the mail caravan arrived at Veritas? Actually, they ran into trouble. What happened? They never got word about the harbor opening, so they took the overland route through the desert. The harbor has been reopened for quite some time now. How did they miss hearing of it? Hard to say. Anyway, they stopped at the oasis, but the caravan was attacked by monsters. They escaped, but the mail is lost. At least everyone is okay. That's the important thing. I wonder if we can find Ruby's mail if we search near the oasis. Scorching Dunes mid. Unfortunately, I have no idea where to look. Oh, hey, a trail. A trail in the sky. The mail caravan was attacked somewhere around here, right? The overland mail route isn't used often. They probably weren't prepared. I don't see any sign of the mail, though. Look over there. There's a trail leading away. Follow the breadcrumbs. Aha. But it's so open here. I have a feeling we're going to get attacked. Look, that must be the bag with the mail in it. The monsters that attacked the caravan must have dragged it all this way. Strange behavior for monsters. I wouldn't be surprised if a thief claimed the mail and ran afoul of the same monsters. The thief or not, I feel bad for him if that happened. Let's take the mail back to Veritas. Eva should know what to do with it. Hey, there's no attack. We found the mail. You did? This is incredible. We'll get it distributed right away. Before you go, is there any mail in there for me? Name? Ruby. It would be addressed to my room at the academy. Ah, here you go. It looks like you got a letter in a package. Thank you. A package? Is this from your family? Yes. Open it. It's a staff and an old journal. She wrote home to ask about Xanath. Does that mean the journal is... Could it be? Let me read the letter. Well, have a little tact. This is a personal. No, it's fine. They really did keep it a secret from me. They didn't want me to feel pressure to live up to Xanath's legacy. Now that I know, they sent me a staff that was passed down through our family and... The journal? Is this Xanath's journal? Now who's being tactless? According to our family history, he wrote it late in life. This is just a copy, but they wanted me to see it. You're not going to read the whole thing right now, are you? Don't worry, I'm just skimming. I can read it in detail later. Huh. What is it? It's so normal. What do you expect? Something more glorious. Yeah, he writes like a regular person, like he had the same troubles as anyone else. I guess even if someone is a hero, they're still human. Something wrong? This entry is different from the rest. He's writing about nightmares and regrets. Regrets? It says, looking back on it now, perhaps it was a mistake. I thought it was the only way to end the war. Yep, they totally used the artifacts to in order to bait monsters onto the Azorian side to kill them. War. I saw that great power as our salvation, a brilliant light that would bring eternal radiance to our darkened world. I'm beginning to question your claim that he writes like an ordinary person. Shh. After that, the last line is just, perhaps I was wrong. Is that it? Yes, the next entry goes back to ordinary topics. Whatever he was talking about, I guess he didn't want to write down. I honestly don't know what to make of it. Maybe Corinne would know. So are you happy you wrote home? Yes, knowing that Xanath was an ordinary person with hopes and fears and regrets makes me feel better. He's not a hero whose legacy I need to live up to. He was a great mage, but I can become a great mage too. I feel much better now. I'm glad. Back so soon? Is it good news or bad news? Wait, don't tell me, it's both, isn't it? You've got good news and bad news. Yes, you could say that. Knew it. Well, don't keep me in suspense. What's the story? We think we know where the Shadowborn space is, but we can't reach it. We fought Eldareth too. The mage who knocked Quinn around so easily? That's right. His power isn't like any magic I've seen before. And you beat him? Nice, I always knew you had it in you. It's due to my excellent instruction, of course. We're in a hurry. We didn't really beat him. We got him to half hit points. That was more of a tie. Yes, I really should report to Sir Zacharias. Fine, spoil sport. Humph. I'll let Sir Zacharias know you're here, and then you can head into the war room whenever you're ready. It'd be really bad if Eldareth teamed up with Kilia and Yvonne in a multi-boss battle. War room. We'll make this the best celebration ever. Your song is starting to come together. The Ashen Order hasn't faced a situation like this in years. We found a very strange note written by Eldareth, the Shadowborn mage. And you're telling me why? Apparently he thought he found a way to access the Acclaim's power through another plane. That is a highly illogical conclusion. It doesn't make much sense to me either, but it's what he wrote. Many researchers theorize that there could be alternate worlds or planes besides our own, but it hasn't been proven. Eldareth certainly thinks he found one. Great, amateur mages meddling with forces they don't understand. Just what we need. Then you don't think he's right? I think the man is a raving lunatic. That might make him even more dangerous. What is Eldareth up to? I'm working as hard as I can to study the potential effects of Eldareth's plans. You focus on your part. Have you ever heard of an ancient war between the Acclaimed civilization and the kingdom of Azuria? What? Here, we found this document when we were looking around the Verdant Plains. This looks like it's written in the Acclaimed language. I was able to translate it, but since there are so few Acclaimed texts available, I'm not certain about the accuracy. Seems to say Azuria started an unjust war against the Acclaimed. If that's true, this is a major historical discovery. I'll see what our Acclaimed scholars make of it. Thank you so much. Is there anything in our history book about another plane connected to Acclaim's magic? I've never heard of such a thing. Eldareth, the Shadowborn mage, dropped this. Here, take a look at what it says. It sounds as though this Eldareth fight found a way to access the Acclaim's power. Surely it doesn't work that way. The Acclaim had magic far beyond what we're capable of nowadays. But it's still their own magic, wasn't it? As far as anyone knows, yes. And what was he talking about? Maybe he was delusional. I suspect he truly did find something and mistakenly thought it would let him access the power on the Acclaim's level. Thank you for bringing me this. I'll need to study this more. Found an Azurian text that might be important. Oh? According to the translation, it's a declaration of war. A preemptive attack against their enemies, whom they feared would attack them. Were they threatened? Not exactly. The document says a prophecy warned of their destruction. Surviving records do suggest Azurians placed a great deal of faith in prophecies, omens, and fate. A self-fulfilling prophecy, huh? Superstitious nonsense. Nonsense or not, they believed in it enough to start a war over it. May I see this document? I'll have Instructor Farfam make a copy for you. Thank you. Ruby, do you mind showing Corinne that journal? No, of course not. What is this? It's a copy of a journal kept by Xanath himself. We have no records of such a journal existing. It was kept in his family, that is my family, for generations. Your family, and you're okay with showing it to the knights. Yes, I recently found out that he's my ancestor. Give me a moment to process this. It's quite a shock when you first hear it. Alright, so you say it's Xanath's journal. Yes, I'd love to take a look at it. I've been taking notes on the entry, so why don't we go get together and talk about it sometime? That would be wonderful. There's one entry in particular I wanted to ask about. Oh yes, that one. Sounds like Xanath regretted using some sort of magic to end the war. He says he thought it was their salvation, but he was wrong. He didn't bother to go into any detail after that, though. May I see this entry? Of course. The war and the great power he used to end it. You've given me a lot to think about. When I mentioned wanting to fill in gaps in our history, I never imagined something like this. We found a lot more than I expected. You've helped fill in one of the gaps to reveal a dark era of history. Yeah. I think we can now draw some conclusions about the Cataclysm. The Kingdom of Azuria had a prophecy that led them to believe the Acclaimed civilization would attempt to destroy them. They started a preemptive war in the two-country spot. Zaneth, who many scholars speculate lived at the time, decided to take steps to end the war once and for all. He unleashed a powerful magic on his enemies, but was too powerful for him to control. Not salvation, but destruction. Not a blessing, but a curse. And that was probably the Cataclysm. Then, is that what the artifacts were used for? It's certainly a possibility. If Zaneth couldn't handle it, there's no way Eldareth can. He'll trigger another Cataclysm. Our civilization could be wiped out with only a few survivors, just like the Acclaim. And Eldareth doesn't even have a justified cause. We have to stop him. And we got a bunch of scrolls for that, too. Yeah, Scroll of Mountains. Scroll of Knighthood. Saves me the trouble of buying them. Malachi has something new? I thought you should know we found evidence that suggests the Acclaim artifacts caused the Cataclysm. Great, just what we need when there's a lunatic out there guarding artifacts. Eldareth thinks they'll let him access the Acclaim's magic, but it sounds more like it was magic the Acclaim couldn't control. We're all stabbing blindly in the dark when it comes to the Acclaim. Problem is, Eldareth thinks he has all the answers. I feel like Zaneth wasn't so different. Really? Perhaps the artifacts Zaneth created do open a path to another plane like Eldareth thinks. They both thought that power could be controlled. Ripping open a portal to another plane could have caused the Cataclysm, especially if the mage responsible didn't know what he was doing. Great. We need to stop Eldareth before he goes too far. Good luck, Celeste. Remember what you've been taught, and everything will be fine. All of us squires are rooting for you, Celeste. You're a hero. We went to the Verdant Plains and searched like you asked, and this is what we found. That must be it. Is it really anything special? It just looks like an ordinary sword to me. Of course this is an ordinary sword. Legends always get embellished over time. And it isn't really able to fell any opponent? Depends on the wielder. Why am I not surprised? The history here is the most important thing. I quite agree. I can't wait to learn more about such an ancient sword. Why did Sir Cedric bury it anyway? Many people wanted the sword, so he buried it to keep it safe until the rumors died down. But he never went back for it. A rival knight named Damien knew Cedric had gone looking for the sword. He wanted it for himself, so he killed Sir Cedric to get it. How awful. Yeah, especially considering he didn't even get the sword out of the deal. Instructor. Now let me tell you the best part. You know what happened to Damien? I assume he was deknighted. Yep, but he didn't even put up a fight. Damien fled. He went as far away as possible, swearing Sir Cedric's vengeful spirit was haunting him. I see. Wow. I hope you two don't really believe that. Thanks again for finding this for me, Celeste. Pleasant dreams. That was supposed to get me a sword, huh? For the record, squire initiations don't usually involve world-ending stakes. Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Blessed Blade, 32 attack, 32 mana attack. A little less than I was hoping for. How does it compare to the one in the store? I think it's a slightly stronger, maybe? I'd like to report on the status of my mission, sir. I understand you faced Eldareth in combat. That's right, we were trying to learn more about him and his strange magic, which led us to the ruins of a village in the Verdant Plains. And since he said dealing with us wasn't necessary anymore, I'm afraid we're running out of time. This all bodes ill. You seem certain the artifacts are corrupting him in some way too. I'm sure of it. He almost backed down when I questioned him about his actions, but then a change came over him, and he attacked. You might want to discuss this with Malachi. After all, he's our expert on the artifacts. However, our top priority is reaching a Shadowborn space. We need to get past the barrier in the Orient Tundra. Malachi has been researching the matter ever since you made your request. Why don't you check in with him and see if he's figured anything out? Alright. I believe he's in the library right now. Well, what did Sir Cedric say? He suggested I talk to Malachi. Let's go then. There he is. Excuse me. What is it? Can you see I'm busy? Same old Malachi. Sir Cedric said I should talk to you about the barrier in the Orient Tundra. Oh yes, that mysterious magic. We think it might be connected to the Acclaim. Yes, the Acclaim artifacts. What do you take me for? Did you think the world's leading researcher on Acclaim artifacts could see magic connected to those same artifacts and not realize it? No, I just meant, if you'd given me time to speak, I would have told you that myself. Since you know so much about the artifacts, can you help us get past the barrier? First, let me ask you something. Have you witnessed a mage use this magic? Yes. You're sure? He used the same type of magic that created the barrier, I'm certain of it. Cold, shadowy magic that makes my skin crawl whenever I'm near it. Maybe he's some kind of eldritch magic? Fascinating. Can you get to the point? Does the younger generation have no patience? Give me time, you ungrateful girl. Uh-oh, Valana and Malachi together in the same room might be a bad combination. You see, I once considered that artifacts might be used in such a fashion, but I dismissed the hypothesis. Why? Because the power contained within the artifacts, the influence they exert on the world around them, is more akin to the type of magic monsters use. Huh? Then how's Eldareth doing it? I don't know. That's what makes it so fascinating. The artifacts must act as some sort of channel, although, of course, handling them poses its own danger. Eldareth's apparent corruption. Once we're finished here, I should keep in mind that Sir Zacharias recommended talking to Malachi about that if I want to learn more. Anyway, monster magic is fundamentally different from human magic. Human magic is drawn from within and converts mana into magical energy, whereas monsters... The point, please. Never before have I seen such a lack of patience. Sorry, Malachi, it's just very important that we cross the barrier as soon as possible. That's why she's being so impatient. Oh, very well. If this magic truly does function like monster magic, no mage besides Eldareth will ever be able to dispel it. A special charm, a key if you will, is needed. A key. Assuming it's the same monster magic, of course, I was about to explain how monsters use magic and why such charms are necessary when I was interrupted. Maybe if we just bring a monster and smash it against the barrier? Will we find it without knowing the details? A key, huh? All of these seem wrong. So, we need to steal a charm from a monster? Plenty of monsters have magic, right? I bet the goblin mages in Orn would know how to. That would make for a highly intriguing experiment. After all, this is not monster magic precisely, but similar power drawn from the artifacts. Will it work? We don't have time for experiments. In that case, I wouldn't recommend trying. Then what can we do? The mage who constructed the barrier must have given keys to his allies. For now, stealing one of the keys he's already made is your best option. That would require me to beat up other Shadowborns, huh? Yeah, that's right, the other Shadowborn must have a way across. Great, now we just need to find one of the Shadowborn and hope they have a key. Thanks, Malachi, we couldn't have come this far without you. The Orient Forest must be the next location. Maybe from now on I'll be a little more appreciated around here. So what do we do now? Celeste. Quinn? What's he mad about this time? Everyone is saying you fought Eldareth. Yes, that's right. I told you how powerful he was. He could have died. It's not like I went looking for him. But still. Yeah, who would have expected he'd go back to his hometown just for a quick visit? You think he would be more focused on his, evil magic stuff? What do you expect me to do? I can't complete my mission without running into danger. I know, but... Wait a minute. Were you worried about me? Of course, you idiot. I got back and all I heard was Celeste fought Eldareth. Celeste faced that Shadowborn mage. They didn't say you were here. Quinn, for all I knew, you were injured or dead. Sir Zacharias was too busy to meet with me, so all I could think about was how we'd argue. Now you know how I felt when I learned you were heading to Elshire by yourself. Yeah, I guess I do. Of course, the difference is that Celeste didn't go in by herself. She had 2 allies backing her up in case they needed to carry her corpse back to town. It never occurred to me that Instructor Katrina might spread the word about our battle without specifying I came back safely. She did it on purpose just to get you and Quinn to make up, I'm sure of it. I'm really glad you're okay. I wasn't sure you'd care anymore. Of course I care. You're my best friend, Celeste. I guess I forgot that for a while. Then do you mean... Yeah, enough of this fighting. I may not agree with everything you did, but want to start over. Can we be friends again? Of course. I was so hurt by what had happened. I lost sight of how much our friendship meant to me. It's okay. I don't always agree with you either, but friends don't have to see eye to eye on everything. Like heart and soul. You're right. I'm sorry I called you a traitor. You'd better be. Huh. And I'm sorry I struck out on my own. Maybe I should have been more patient. Let's never let something like this come between us again, okay? Agreed. Oh, it's so good to see everyone getting along again. That means we're really in the endgame. Don't get too sentimental on us. But so sweet. Ruby and Valana, right? Sorry I caused you so much trouble. Don't mention it. As long as you and Celeste are getting along, that's all that matters. Speak for yourself. Personally, I have a list of complaints for this guy. No, don't ruin the moment. Number 1, that incident in Elshire. Valana, stop. Heh, are they always like this? Pretty much. I'm glad you made some good friends. Me too. Now, I'd love to stay and talk, but I need to make my report to Sir Zacharias. That's right, you said you came back from somewhere. Was this part of your preparations for dealing with the Shadowborn? Yes, but more importantly, we spotted that other mage who gave you trouble. You mean Yvonne? Yes, that's the one. Where is she? She's gone to the Orient Forest. Why? Yvonne must have one of those keys Malachi told us about. If we leave now, we should be able to catch her in time. Wait a minute. First, I need a report. Tell Sir Zacharias everything and have him send a team after us. He ordered me to locate the Shadowborn's fortress, and finding Yvonne might be critical of that. Okay, good luck, Celeste. Thanks. We got a bunch of quests to deal with now. What the? Everyone has a quest. Even Malachi. Do you have a minute? Not unless this is important. Well, it's about the artifacts and their effects on people. Go on. When I fought Eldareth, I became convinced the artifacts were influencing him. Influencing him? Like his actions weren't entirely his own. How do I put this into words in a way that will make sense? I don't think they're controlling him, but maybe putting thoughts in his head? I reported to Sir Cedric, and he suggested I speak with you. The effects of acclaimed artifacts on human beings is obviously too dangerous to experiment with, which precludes studying it in great detail. But you must have some idea, right? There should be a book here called A History of the Study of Acclaimed Artifacts. It's conducted by the Ashen Order. They couldn't come up with a more concise title than that. I like it. It's descriptive and tells you exactly what you're going to get. Ahem, regardless of how you feel about the title, find it and I'll tell you more. Alright. When located in the Shadowborn, you should have a key to the barrier, right? Most likely. Great. Come on, we need to hurry before we lose her. Right. She seemed like a really high-ranking Shadowborn, too. So she definitely has a key, right? This is the section for books about the Ashen Order's research. You have a lot of books here that aren't at the Academy. When this is all over, I'd love to return here and just read everything. Heh, I'll make sure you get a chance to. Thanks. Okay, let's start looking for that book. It shouldn't be too hard to find. That absurdly long title must stand out. Is this it? A history of the study of acclaimed artifacts is conducted by the Ashen Order, just like Malachi said. Let's see what he has to tell us. Here's the book you asked for. Excellent. Now then, this details my predecessor's research on the acclaimed artifacts. The Ashen Order must have been studying them for quite a long time. Oh yes, when they were first discovered, it quickly became clear they were the gravest threat to Dorencia. Because of the way they stir up monsters, or... That was the first thing people noticed. Monsters near an uncovered artifact become frenzied. Once people recognized this pattern, an immediate effort was made to contain any artifacts found. Then curious reports began surfacing. Those who handled the artifacts suffered from headaches, dizziness, and other ill effects. Many simply reported a sense of dread or discomfort. What happened? The Ashen Order's researchers redoubled their efforts to study the energy produced by the artifacts in order to safely contain it. And that helps us protect people from the artifacts. Exactly, my predecessors acted quickly enough to avoid a catastrophe. So then we really don't know what happens to someone who was exposed to an artifact for a long period of time. Not for certain, but we can theorize. Is this going to take a long time? Hush, Milana, I want to hear this. So do I. Seriously, it might be important for us to understand what's happening. Ugh. There is no fundamental biological difference between a human, a monster, and an animal. We can therefore extrapolate that any physical effects of monsters would also be suffered by humans. Yet most people would agree there is a fundamental cognitive difference, with humans possessing higher intelligence. Is that true? I've heard studies of certain monster communities that suggest we don't have time for the debate monster intelligence right now. You raise a good point, but for now we must operate under the mainstream assumptions. Fine. Monsters go berserk under an artifact's influence. Animals undergo similar effects. What would happen to a human? This book summarizes the two schools of thought. One faction believes higher human intelligence grants us protection. That is to say, rational thought would prevent us from going on a rampage. While Eldareth certainly isn't on a rampage, the second school of thought is that the corrupting influence would instead be manifested in subtler ways. Like what? Imagine the same fury and desire to harm others governed by higher intelligence and kept in check by reason. It would be a desire for destruction guided by human thought and accepted by it. Much as the monsters believe it is acting on instinct, the human mind would delude itself into believing these impulses are its own devising. That's exactly what I think is happening to Eldareth. Yes, if your assessment of him is correct, then you have proven the second fury to be true. Thank you for explaining it to us. Thank you for providing this information. I will begin writing up a report at once. I've never seen him so happy. He must really love his research. I heard one of the Shadowborn was spotted in the Orient Forest. That's right. Get on it, Celeste. We'll be right behind you. I heard you and Quinn made up. Yeah, finally. I started to worry it might never happen. Nah, that's just silly. You two will always be friends. I hope so. Do you ever get answers about that strange magic you were looking into? Malachi told us it's closer to monster magic. Monster magic wielded by a human? How strange. He was fascinated by it too. I'll need to talk to him about it. This could be revolutionary. That is a lot. Mission accomplished, sir. The Lizard King troubling Veritas has been taken care of. Good work. Any sign of an artifact? No, everything looked normal. The matter should be resolved then. You've done well. I spoke with Malachi and I should be able to reach a Shadowborn space now. Good work. I'll be preparing the team then. Here. I'll report back once I know more. Very well. Feels strange to be trusted with so much responsibility. Do whatever you have to do. I trust your judgment. I hear you and Quinn are getting along again. Yes, finally. Glad to hear it. Things just weren't the same around here with the two of you fighting. I'm glad too. I didn't realize Issa was paying that much attention. I guess he knew it all along. I've been working on my song, but I need a little more information. Wait, what song? Your song. My song? Your story should be immortalized forever, especially once you defeat the Shadowborn. A disgraced squire runs away to prove herself, uncovers the great conspiracy, and saves the day. Sounds to me like you already have it all worked out. He's gonna be the developer of this game, right? Maybe he's actually Visualnoveler. Not quite. I have the basic structure, but I need more specific details to include. I see. If you think of anything that would be good in the song, let me know. Okay, I found something you can include in your song. Great, what is it? Aw, man, I should have saved! Oh, it's not like my choice matters, right? Yvonne's betrayal. Betrayal is always a good twist to a story, right? But Eldareth's history is also pretty interesting. But I don't want to make it too much about Eldareth. No. I guess... No, but having two personal matters might be bad too. No. Conflicted. Again, every song needs a villain, so maybe I'll talk about Eldareth. Traveling from the desert would look pretty humiliating. I passed out and the one had to save me. What about Eldareth's history? Eldareth? That's the leader of the Shadowborn. We learned more about him at the academy. He came from Clearbell Village. He even told us a little bit about what happened. You see, he was the only survivor. And that's what led him to gather the acclaim artifacts and put his plan into motion. Incredible. Will that really work for a song? Absolutely. Sympathy for the villain. The sort of thing is pretty popular. I just wish Eldareth would listen to reason. Thank you. This is exactly what I need to finish up my song. Finish? Don't you need to wait for us to stop the Shadowborn first? Sure, but I know you're going to win, so I can write the basics already. Thanks for a vote of confidence. Seriously, a song. It sounds like the things are getting dangerous. Well, Eldareth and the Shadowborn are up to something with those artifacts. Be careful out there. Don't worry, I'm always careful. Besides, I'm not alone. She has us. We'll watch her back. I'm glad, and that means I should start playing the celebratory dessert. Celebratory dessert? Yes, we should have a grand celebration after your victory over the Shadowborn. I like the sound of that. But what should it be? I could make a cake, or perhaps a pie, or maybe pudding. What do you think? Yes. That wasn't a yes or no question. Sure it was. We should have cake, pie, and pudding. A pie would be plentiful. Plenty. Isn't cake traditional, though? I need more opinions. Could you ask around for me? Sure. Oh, but try to focus on people directly involved with the mission, okay? Okay. Directly involved. I guess that would mean Sir Zacharias, Instructor Katrina, Quinn, and Malachi. That's a lot of people. I'll be supporting you in your mission. If you need anything, don't hesitate to come to me. Thanks. And I really am sorry. Don't worry about it. I can't help it. When I think back to some of the things I said, it's not like I was entirely in the right. I still should have taken the time to hear your side of it. It's all in the past now. Yes, I suppose you're right. I'm just glad you're talking to me again. I'm sorry. Ugh, I thought we were past this, but he's still apologizing. We're friends again, and that's all that matters. No hard feelings. Even so, I wouldn't blame you if you harbored resentment. I don't. I swore on my honor as a knight that I will make this up to you. Taking it rather hard, isn't he? Ugh, what am I supposed to do? I don't want Quinn feeling guilty, but he won't listen. Why don't you show him how you feel? Show him how? Maybe you could do some of the things you used to do as friends, to show you still see him that way. Things we used to do, huh? Oh, well, we sparred all the time. I can't remember who won our last bout, but I'm pretty sure we need a rematch. Under the circumstances, telling him you want to fight probably won't convince him you have no ill feelings. Good point. Let me see. We always used to go on adventures. Adventures? Just have him join my party. Dang it. With a second melee meat shield, I think we could take down those Shadowborn pretty easily. Sneaking out to climb mountains at night, exploring the island, trying to get into areas off limits to squires. Quinn went along with that? Come to think of it, I always badgered him into going with me. Besides, we're on a real mission for the Ashen Order now. It'd be weird to play around like that. Why don't you give him a gift? A gift? Yes, a token of friendship to prove everything is back to normal. Hey, that's a good idea. I always intended to give Quinn a sword when he became a knight. I wonder if I can get one specially made for him. I probably have to go to Victor or Claire for that one. So, Tabitha is thinking about making a special dessert for a victory celebration. I suppose it's not too early to start thinking about things like that. So what should we rather have? Cake, pie, or pudding? I've always been fond of pudding. Great, I'll let her know. Sir Zacharias is assembling a team to go after Yvonne. Thanks, we'd better hurry to catch her in time. She should be in the Orient Forest. Be careful, Celeste, she's dangerous. Don't worry, we're prepared. I may have to grind first. Been officially assigned to help your team, so I'll help with whatever you need. Sir Zacharias, Tabitha would like your input on something. Oh, what is it? She's planning a dessert to celebrate her victory, but she isn't sure what to go with. What are the options? Cake, pie, or pudding? It's been a while since I've had a good pie. I suggest we have pie. Thanks. It's gonna be a tie again, isn't it? I can see it happening. Instructor, do you have a minute? Let me check. Why is she looking in her pocket? Nope, no minutes I can lend you. Sorry. Get it. Because you asked if I have a minute? Right. I've heard better jokes. What's up? Tabitha is planning to make dessert for a victory celebration. Will you rather have cake, pie, or pudding? It's gotta be cake, right? It's always cake. The lights go out and then they will in the gigantic cake and then the dancer pops out of. I don't think it's going to be that kind of celebration. Oh, well, cake is still good. Thanks. Excuse me. Is this important? That depends on how important you think dessert is. Go on. Tabitha is planning her victory celebration already and she wants to know if she should make cake, pie, or pudding. Obviously pudding. Oh, that's 2 for pudding. How is that obvious? It's objectively the correct choice. I don't think you know what objectively means. 1 vote for pudding, got it. So pudding has won. I asked around about the dessert, and if you include my vote for cake, cake has 2 votes. What? Celeste, you pudding traitor! If you include Valana's vote for pie, pie has 2 votes. And pudding also got 2 votes. Wow, I didn't expect it to be that evenly split. Sorry, if you want, I could ask someone to break the tie. No, people have spoken. I'll just have to make all 3. See, you should have listened to me from the start. At least everyone will be happy. Thanks, I'll get started right away. Okay, that takes care of everything. Okay, so what is your suggestion, Claire? Hi, Claire. I was wondering if you'd help me with something. Anything for you. Do you forge a special sword? It's a gift for a friend. Let me amend my previous statement to almost anything for you. Huh? I sell them, but I don't forge them. Oh. I can do more delicate metalwork though, so if you have a sword and want to make a fancy hilt or something, I'm your girl. I'll keep that in mind. The clerk can't help me. Maybe Victor then. I just hope he's in a good mood. Sword of Fury. But I already have a sword from that quest from I think Patricia. What's her name? Katrina. Shoot, I keep getting everyone's names mixed up. Instructor Farham, if Yvonne comes by, we need to know right away. What happened? It's hard to explain. Right, she didn't tell him about the Shadowborn. She thinks Yvonne is still research from her. It's related to my business for the Ashen Order. I see, I never imagined she would be mixed up in something so serious. I truly misjudged her. I'll let you know immediately if I see her. You haven't seen Yvonne around here, have you? No, why? Just checking, we need to find her. Did she do something else? Well, it's complicated. This is business for the Ashen Order. Well, if I see her, I'll let you know for sure. Thanks. The Ashen Order never spent so much time here before. We're dealing with a serious situation in this area. I see. Alicia, too. Just who I wanted to see. Do you know what this is? I have a bad feeling about this. Let me guess. Your second play. This is the script for The Return of Count Drevecki. A sequel? Oh, wow. I'd really love it if the 3 of you helped out again. There's just one slight thing we need to discuss, though. What's that? After thinking everything over, it's probably best if Sir Alwyn is played by a male actor. Finally, do you find us an actor who might be willing to help out? Can't you get someone else someone in town? Everyone in Veritas is either already helping or not interested. Well, I guess I could ask Quinn. Thank you. Hey, is this related to that quest, then? I have no idea how he's gonna react to this, though. Oh, no. He might not have time. We're on a mission, yeah? A straight-laced guy like him wouldn't have time for this. Excuse me, do you have a minute? You here to buy something? Possibly. I was wondering if you could make me a special sword as a gift for a friend. Yep, I can do that. Thank you. One question though, what do you mean when you say special? You know, something that isn't like the average sword you could buy somewhere. Sounds like you want it forged from a special metal then. That sounds like a great idea. Is there such a thing? Stella was here the other day raving about some sort of unique metal she wanted for her collection. You might want to ask her. Okay, I'll do that. Hey there, got anything good for me? Right now I have a question. Questions are good. Hard to collect, but still good. Right, anyway, I heard you were talking about special metal of some kind. Ooh, so you want some too. I'm afraid mine isn't up for grabs, but there should be some left. Some left? I figure it must have exploded, you know? Exploded? What is this special metal? The other night, a shooting star landed in Elshire. It's just within the northern part of Cobalt Thicket, so I managed to get a bit for myself. A sword forged from a meteorite would be special indeed. Like I said, there should still be some around. Alright, let's do this. So that's what the empty area was for. Quinn, this is gonna be an awkward question, but can you do a side quest for me? Hey, Quinn. Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? I know that tone of voice. It's the same tone you have whenever you're about to suggest some wild idea. Well, he's not wrong. This is not a wild idea. I just wanted to ask if you'd perform in a play. Huh? It's a reader's theater, so all you need to do is read your lines from the script. That actually sounds very interesting. You haven't seen the script yet. Neither have we. We saw the first one, though. That was enough. Anyway, you'd be playing the role of Sir Alwyn, a brave knight errant. I like that. And you're in love with a beautiful damsel named Rosemary. Okay. And you fight a cruel, wicked vampire named Count Dravecki. I see, so it's that sort of story. It's terrible. I'm in. You are? I mean, of course you are. Where are we doing this? At the town square in Veritas. Alright, I'll be there as soon as I can. Wow, I didn't think he'd go for it. I guess he still has an inner child, somewhat. I guess we should tell Alicia that we found Nectar. But now we have to scout out the other roles too, right? My friend Quinn says he's willing to be in the play. That's wonderful. Yeah, I didn't think he'd be the type to take a side quest all of a sudden. Maybe he figures if he gains experience points from the side quest, that would work out for him in the long run. I suppose you expect me to do this again too, don't you? Of course she does, Villana. You're Count Dravecki. It just wouldn't be the same without you two. What about me? I have a new role for you. You'll be reading the part of Dravecki's assistant, Igor. Igor? Is something wrong? You cast me as a boy again. There's no reason that Igor has to be a boy. Just call yourself Igora then. Fine. Is she doing it on purpose? Is it revenge because I scared her over the Shadowborn issue? Here's the script. Meet me in the town square when you're ready. The Return of Count Dravecki. Well, we're doing this again. The script looks good. My lines are as melodramatic and ridiculous as they were the last time. Does this mean you'll refuse to read them again? Apparently the audience like that, so everyone wins. My role seems okay. I guess I'm your henchman. Great. I'm here. Did I make it in time? Yes, here's your copy of the script. This should be enjoyable. There's nothing like a good theater performance. Indeed, this is nothing like a good theater performance. Wait, what? It looks like everyone's here now. You must be our new Sir Alwyn. That's right, my name's Quinn. I'm honored to be part of this production. Thank you so much. Please take your places. Here we go. Welcome, everyone, to the Veritas Reader's Theater. You might recall our thrilling tale of the wicked Count Dravecki. The vampire was defeated, and Sir Alwyn and Rosemary lived happily ever after. Or did they? Yeah, sequel. I'm so glad we got permission to watch again. Look, they even brought in a real actor this time. It must be a high-budget performance. Does he mean Quinn? Today's stars are Quinn playing the role of Sir Alwyn, Ruby playing his beloved Rosemary, and Villana rising from the grave as Count Dravecki. Yeah, it's the Count. Woohoo, Dravecki. Whoa, they're screaming for Villana. Hang on, is my new role so minor I didn't get listed as a star anymore? And now let's begin. Oh, Alwyn, I'm so happy that we can be together. Yes, my love, nothing shall separate us ever again. Thank goodness the wicked vampire has been defeated. He shall never trouble us again. They're both reading their lines so seriously. My lady. What is it? There is a terrible rumor in town. A man claims to have seen... Oh, I started to say it. Speak, man. He claims to have seen Count Dravecki. No, it cannot be. We must learn the truth of this at once. Where's the poor devil who saw the fiend? He is in town. Quickly, I will take you there. My love, I am frightened. Fear not, Rosemary. Remember that the vampire cannot cross the threshold unless he is invited in. Yes, of course, but you are going out there. Please be careful. I shall return as soon as I can. Looks like it's almost time for my part. What's this? Someone is at the door. Yet Count Dravecki cannot enter unless I invite him in. Perhaps Alwyn has already come home. My love, is that you? That's my cue. Play it up. Igor is supposed to trick her, huh? I want to see what happens if obviously, we're going to pick the funny options. It's not like there's anything at stake like in Thea's performance. If I have to do this, I might as well have fun. Ahaha! You thought it was your beloved Alwyn, but it was me, Igora! That's a JoJo reference! Eek! My master sent me for you, and I will now take you to him. You cannot resist. The madness is spreading. Please, you can't take me to Count Dravecki. He's a monster, a creature of the night. Master, I have brought the girl. No, that voice, I would know it anywhere. Alwyn, where are you? Looks like Luana is supposed to give a military-like speech before being interrupted by Quinn, but... I'm right here, my lady. Oh yeah, I knew he'd make it in time. Yeah. We picked up the Count's trail on our way into town. So Count, we meet again. Your threatening stare will not intimidate me. How about ye, fiend? A wooden stake was not enough to destroy you, but this blessed wooden stake will. Oh, my one weakness. No, master! And now for you. Act, this knight is too powerful for me. After her. Rosemary, are you alright? I am now. It's no use, she must have used the secret passage to escape. Alas, the Count's henchman has escaped, but the vampire is dead and he will never rise again. Oh, Elwyn, my hero. My beloved. And so peace once again returned. The evil Count Trevecchi was gone for good, and Sir Alwyn and Rosemary lived happily ever after. At least until Alicia decides to write another play. Thank you so much. The return of Count Trevecchi was an even bigger hit than the curse of Count Trevecchi. It was? Yes, the audience loved you. Of course they did. Quinn won a lot of hearts too. I'm still shocked he played it completely straight. I expected him to rebel like Luana. But I have to know, is the vampire really dead this time? Of course not. He's not? Count Trevecchi is the fan favorite character. We can't kill him off for good. Yes, that's exactly what fans love, that glare. Ugh. Maybe if you actually played the part right next time, they wouldn't like it as much. Please don't imply there will be a next time, please. Oh, and here are some gifts the audience sent for you. Thank you again. What a way to end this Count Trevecchi thing. Thank you again for your help. The return of Count Trevecchi was even more popular than the first one. I don't understand why, but that's good. At this rate, the third one will be a massive success. Third one? No. I can't wait. Hold on, Zoe had something to say. You people really put on a good show, you know that? A show? Come on, there's Trevecchi stuff. Oh, that. I'm your #1 fan. Can I have your autographs? Of course. I guess it couldn't hurt. Oh, fine. Yes. So, how did the play go over in Veritas? Surprisingly well. For some reason. Alicia said everyone liked it. It was pretty entertaining. It was a pretty entertaining story, even though we're all amateurs. You liked it too? What? Why are you staring at me? They have no taste in entertainment, that's why. I should have known. Celeste never did appreciate the best stories. Hey! Anyway, if you hear about any more opportunities like that, let me know. Right, I will. Never in a million years will I have guessed he'd be so into Alicia's vampire stories. Alright, I found the point for the quest. Look at the way the ground is disturbed here. I think this is one of the meteorite fragments Stella told us about. Here, we'll help you dig it out. This is so exciting. This is a good-sized chunk. Let's take it back to Victor. This is the location, right here. Just go northwest of the save point in the first map. We're back. Can you make a sword out of this metal? Could be simple enough. Looks like regular iron to me, though. It came from a falling star. Huh. So you'll do it? Sure, it'll take a while, though, so I don't recommend hanging around. Okay. This might be a good time to work on the hilt. Claire said she could make one. I think a hilt embedded with jewels would look nice. Maybe a diamond, a ruby, and a sapphire. Oh no. Time to buy stuff. I already have one of each, but yeah, I'm gonna have to buy some extras for enchanting later on. Back again, I see. What can I help you with? You said you could make a special hilt for a sword, right? Sure can. Here, I brought some jewels I'd like you to use in the design. I can work with this. What else did you have in mind? Nothing too fancy. This is a sword for a knight to use. I want it to look special, though. No problem. I can take care of this right now if you have the time. Thanks. Here you go. One custom-made sword hilt. This is beautiful. What do I owe you? It's on the house. Really? Thank you so much. Wow, lucky. You're pretty popular, Celeste. Come on, let's head back to the Veritas. By the time we get there, Victor might be done with the blade. You're just in time. The blade is almost ready. I brought a custom-made hilt I'd like to use if possible. No problem at all. Here, you got all the specs consistent between both of them, right? Wait here while I put on the final touches. It'd be bad if everything was measured differently. It's ready. Wow, that's a beautiful sword. I appreciate its craftsmanship too. Quinn is going to love this. How much is it? I noticed you didn't ask that beforehand. That's because it's a gift. I want it even if it was expensive. Must be for someone special. One of my best friends. Well, you can have it. What? You mean for free? I figured it's payment for how much you've helped out the city. Thank you. Just don't spread it around. I don't need my customers hoping for freebies. Heh, I won't. I never imagined you'd get a free commission from him. You have quite a reputation now. I guess I do. Now comes the moment of truth. Okay, let's go see Quinn. Celeste, I was looking for you. First, I have something important to say. Yes? We went through some rough times, so you'll always be my friend, so... This is for you. What? The blade was made of metal from a fallen meteorite, and the hilt is a custom design. I don't know what to say. I hope you like it. I do. It's a beautiful weapon. Thank you so much. You're welcome. And, here, I have a present for you, too. What? It felt like a good way to apologize, huh? Anyway, just open it. It's a sword. Wow, you guys had the same idea, huh? I had it custom made for you. Looks like the two of you had the same idea. Isn't this perfect? We always said we'd give each other swords when we became knights. But I'm not a knight yet. You should be. Quinn. Besides, with what we're about to walk into, I'd feel much better if you have it. Consider it an early present to celebrate your knighthood. Thank you. Don't mention it. Use it well, okay? I will. You too. I think things are really back to normal between us now. It's a good feeling. So that's why the prize for this quest was a sword. It's better than Blessed Blade. The sword used by Cedric is no match for this Sword of Fury, huh? Okay, now to transfer over to bonuses. Thanks for tuning into this Let's Play of Eternal Radiance. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.